Welcome to Family Gaming. Today we have a newer game in Avowed. We're going to be taking a first look at it, and I will give you guys just a little bit of tips on how I think would help everybody enjoy this game. I've seen a lot of mixed reviews on this one. I personally think it is a great game. Typical RPG, you get to run around, pick your missions, make your own build. For those that have been keeping up with it, I know a lot of people on YouTube have already started this build is overpowered stuff, and I'm here to tell you that first off, you should always play a game how you want to play the game. I don't really think there is such an overpowered build in this game. Melee works just fine. The gun build is obviously going to be just fine. Magic is going to be just fine. So the one and first tip that I will always give in games like this is that play it your way. When we get to the perks, I will show you that it is possible to run pretty much any build you want, and you can also switch on the fly, which we will go over shortly. As you can see here, there was first person and there is third person, so be sure to utilize which one you enjoy playing the most. I personally, most of this video is going to be third person because that is my ultimate way of playing. As you can see, this game does provide a variety of enemies, which is nice, keeps the game fresh instead of getting boring fighting the same old thing over and over again, which I did appreciate about this game. So while you're exploring around, enjoy the different creatures. Let me know what you guys think of the art style in this game. To me, it sort of reminds me, the art sort of reminds me of Assassin's Creed, and the way they fight is sort of Assassin's Creed-ish, which is unusual for games like this. Here we are with the perk chart. If you look down to the bottom left, it says reset points and it's 500 gold. That is literally all you have to do. You press it, it'll reset all your points. You can allocate your points however you wish. I am doing the fighter build. As you can see over in the Ranger, though, is where you get the parry. So don't be fooled. It says fighter, but there are perks in the Ranger that also help your fighting build. As you can see, the piercing thrust helps with the power attacks of daggers, swords, and spears. The parry is over here, Ranger. And the wizard is obviously going to be all magic. Godlike, you cannot change. You just play through and you get your godlike powers, and then your companions, that's how you level up your companions, which who you see to how you want them to play. So currently, as you play through the story, you will get Giada, who heals, and to me she's the best companion because when I'm low on health, she heals me back up and I don't have to do anything with it. But be sure to, when you're going through your build, make sure you look through all of the perks here, because fighter, ranger, they sort of coexist. Another thing in this game that is important is your exploration. I know that sort of sounds redundant or like something that shouldn't be said, but during quests, even the simplest of quests, you can explore in the area that it's telling you to. And you can actually unlock another quest or another part of the quest from finding something. In this case, in the beginning, if you're searching, you find the animancers that the Oracle kills. And that's how you can confront him after you find the artifact that he's looking for. With that being said, another thing that is very important, it is easy to skip through dialogue in these kinds of games, especially if you've just been playing a while, you're trying to get through it. Some of the dialogue can actually be altered by what you find during your quest. You can also always have the attack button, but your choices make a big difference in this game. You kill certain people, other people will hate you. If you don't kill them, other people will hate you. At the end of the day, you're not going to be able to make everybody happy in this game. So really, it's all about who you want to be your enemy and who you don't want to be your enemy. In my playthrough, for those of you that are a little further along in the game, I made sure that the Steel Garrote hate me. So I'm looking forward to beating Inquisitor Ludwig, for those that know what I'm talking about.
As to whether I killed them,
I speed through this guy's dialogue just a little bit for video's sake, but if you can see right there in our dialogue, there's always that attack button down at the bottom. So if you really just don't want to be on this person's side, you can hit the attack button, end all the conversation, beat them, and move on. This was one of the first choices that I noticed in the game that could have made a difference as to what happened next. This guy asked me for the artifact that I found, and I choose not to give it to him, so of course he is upset with me. But then the essence that is attached to us ends up wanting to use it anyway.
He speaks to me no longer.
The last thing about dialogue and paying attention to the story is that your companions also have opinions, and if you want your companions to be on your side and you want to hear what they say, you can always ask them, which I do appreciate about the game, because some of the decision making I don't want to do on my own because I'm not sure who it's going to upset. So I did find that very helpful, which you will find out as you are playing what your companions' opinions are.
Then I shall simply take the splinter from... Here they come! You're mine now! Next one's mine!
I guess that's justice. Why couldn't he have just stuck to sculpture?
Hear us. Follow us. We would speak to you. We sense weight on you. Essence. Yes, we know this melody. A part of the statue, a piece that yearns for its true place. Combine them. Join soul into body. Let it sing for us.
This is really just a very quick tip as you're playing. As you can see here, I have weapons. They come in different categories as quality, and then there's better quality, there's fine. So everything that you have, like the common great axe, breaking this stuff down actually gives you more materials to then build and to upgrade your other weapons. So make sure to break down instead of sell, unless you need some gold for some reason. Then you can sell instead of break it down. But I would advise that you break down weapons and armor because they do give you upgrade materials to further the weapon that you are trying to use. Especially if you are trying to switch your build, like if you're originally using a mace and a shield, break it down instead of sell it if you decide to reallocate your points and say, you know, now you want to do the pistol or you want to do the arquebus or whatever. If you break it down, you can then use what you've already used to then upgrade your weapons and keep your weapons in good shape moving forward.
Stay your weapon, please.
Here is just another example of how your dialogue can shape the next scene. So I choose to attack him, but this guy actually didn't want to fight. He wanted me to hear him out, which I did hear him out in all fairness, but then I decided to kill him because he shot me with a poison arrow, and to me that's cowardice, so now he's got to die.
Let's make sure you don't die a second.
But just again, just an example of how your dialogue can affect. So you should pay attention just at least a little bit while you're playing is my recommendation, because you could avoid some stuff. You know, somebody could be hard that you really don't want to fight. So your dialogue could change that, and that's a win-win situation.
Back on my feet. Meet that, Marius.
In Avowed, they actually do have a sneak mechanic, which I do recommend. For example, here are 2 big bears. If you even catch one, look, one bear is already at half health. Why not take the free damage? So when you are playing this game, any chance you get to sneak, even if it's just one, it is worth it. This bear is already almost dead. We would be overwhelmed by 2 elder bears if we didn't knock this bear's health down. So it is free damage. It is, even if it's not an insta kill, you still knock an enemy down that otherwise would beat on you regardless. So you may as well take the free damage. It has never let me down yet in my playthrough. Like I said, sometimes it will be an insta kill, but even if it's not, like this bear is just constantly rushing me. There would be 2 of them rushing, and look at my health. This is just from 1. If 2 was rushing me and I didn't knock one down, this would be an awfully hard fight. Even with that being said, I still get knocked down. So just imagine if there was 2.
Just like the good old days.
Here is another example of a tough fight that we were able to at least make a little bit easier using just a simple sneak mechanic. You can wait in the grass, as you can see here, that hidden symbol that's there, I'm in grass. And when he turns around, you can walk up, take the free damage, and now one of them is already almost dead. And of course you get rushed, but again, even if it's just one, the fight is immensely easier because you only really have to take down half a health bar instead of a full health bar.
Send him to the wheel.
on my feet. Nice job, everyone.
To end off the tips and tricks to playing this game, always remember that it is a game. It is meant for fun, it's meant for your entertainment, so don't take it too seriously. We all die in games, we all win in games. It depends on how you decide to play it, how good you get at it, how good you don't get at it. But just remember, it's a game, just have fun. It's not gonna change your real life, right? So play, have fun, enjoy it. I think if you give this game a chance, you will actually enjoy it. And the exploration is great. You find random weapons. They have a ton of bosses. There are environmental kills you can do. You can change your build. As you can see here, the melee build works just fine. That was a boss that I took down in 3 hits. But be sure to explore. Don't get hit by barrels. But remember, it is a game, have fun, enjoy the exploration, enjoy the storyline. And as I said, be sure to use the sneak, it does come in handy. And all it is a click of a button. And that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoy this game. Let me know down in the comments on whether or not any of these things helped. You can let me know the video is great. You can let me know the video stinks. Just, don't make me late for dinner. That's all.
Who's ready for more? That ought to be all of them, right? Nothing like a win with
Thanks
a
for
good
watching,
team.
everybody. I hope you have a great day.